Thank you. Obviously a little bit technologically challenged by comparison with the last lot, but we've done a lot of collaborative work with Stefan and his group over the years, and as indicated by many of the presentations, there's a very strong fire theme which runs through RIEL and research in the north. And our little research centre has migrated from the Northern Territory Government. It's a very applied group. The last couple of years, we've only been at RIEL that time, and there's ongoing discussions about the continuation of that centre into the future. But it was really a partnership initially between NAILSMA and a whole lot of Indigenous development issues across Northern Australia, and RIEL and the Northern Territory Government, how we look at the solutions which could be driven by improved fire management, not just the problems. There's a group of our immediate staff and colleagues, and I won't go through them all in detail, you can see them there, but as made the point by most of the other presentations this afternoon, we're talking about large partnerships with a large array of organisations, and from SARO, Indigenous organisations, universities, international collaborations and the like. And Kamal Sanger there in the centre, she's actually a postdoc shared with RIEL through the Bushfires and Natural Hazards CRC. There are 3 PhD students just started, and they're all through the Bushfires and Natural Hazards CRC. Grigoris, doing the LIDAR work, works with the remote sensing group, but the funding comes from the B&H CRC. Steve Sutton on the bottom is looking at training packages, particularly applicable for people who live in the bush, both pastoralists and Indigenous and like-minded people who don't necessarily need very formal southern-centric approaches to their training. And Kate, she's just down the bush now, just starting looking at how we can develop some of these savanna burning Indigenous development projects in the Gulf country. Our research, as I said, is very applied, and main product that we've been working on with a whole group of partners over the last X number of years is towards the development of new methodologies, and particularly looking at the next stream of them, sequestration ones, biomass incorporation in living and non-living biomass, a whole lot of partnerships internationally, and we are very keen to extend this into the future with looking at other ecosystem services benefits through Grow North or other opportunities as they may come. Quite a number of projects through the Bushfires and Natural Hazards CRC, and these are the ones that are currently up and running, and there's landscape fire risks, builds on the same sort of issues that Natalie was talking about with weeds, and her project will start, as she said, in the next few months. Understanding resilience and governance issues in these communities, and a partnership there with economists and ecosystem services, accountants, I think we'll call them, Bob Costanza and Kamal, and looking at other projects down the Gulf and across the north. But it's about finding economic opportunities to turn risk into opportunity. And then a final suite of projects which we are involved with through a range of different funders there in red. We produced the North Australian Fire information dissemination site, which Stefan's group feeds data into, but that's a highly used land management product across the north. We're looking at curing issues with Cameron, learning lessons from big fires. We do a lot of ongoing work in support of projects like in the Western Arnhem Land, Kakadu, long-term monitoring, and do a fair bit of ad hoc consulting to different groups where they want some specialised services, but particularly where they can empower and support Indigenous development.